So today's actual YouTube video is going to be about something that happened in my past that really got me messed up. So I pretty much brought it on myself. I mean, I don't want to brag about these scars I got, but they aren't really anything. You know what I mean? I was just going through like some tough stuff, I mean, if y'all can see why I'm called emo, it's not cool to be called that because you're giving somebody a term that doesn't make any sense at all. Whenever somebody has emotional issues and they want to express it, don't just call them emo. Just like ask if they want a hug. I mean, just say no, just leave it be. Don't go talk mess about them. It's not cool. I mean, I was called ugly half my life, and I was told I had a big nose and everything that you could think of that's not cool at all. But I have to say this: if you have your opinion about somebody, keep it to yourself if it's not what they would want you to say. Because, I mean, just because I like wearing black, I like listening to rock, and alternative rock, and heavy metal, does not mean, well, I guess it means it, but I don't have a whole lot of friends that aren't what, I'm not going to use the E word anymore because that can offend people. But the problem was I went to the hospital for self-harm and suicide because of stupid people wanting to call me emo, make fun of my friends. Matter of fact, there were two there was two incidents within like a 2 month period. I want to say it was 2 months, but I'm not sure. This kid had the balls to come up to me and hit me just because he didn't like emos. I mean, I'm not. Well, his name was Logan Shockley, and he did not at all like me. And I mean, he was part of a gang that didn't like me and everything else. But all I have to say is, don't hit people unless you have a legit reason. Violence is not the answer because it'll lead to people wanting to kill themselves, wanting to cut themselves. But then there's people that were like me before that would express themselves through what they wore, what they did, what music they listened to. Some people even wear makeup. Even the guys do. But believe me, it's not cool to make fun of people. I mean, just because people are different does not mean you have to make fun of them. I have autism, and I don't like it when people call me retarded because, I mean, just because you have autism does not mean you're going to be one of those wheelchair kids one day. So that's not going to happen to me. I mean, heck, if I was a wheelchair kid, I'm kind of jealous of them. They don't have to go sit around all day. They can poop and pee themselves. Not saying that I want to, but they can do pretty much. They have people that do stuff for them. So like, seriously, the only thing that's wrong with them is they can't walk and they can't speak and they don't have the mental capacity pretty much to do the things we do. But yet there's people making fun of other people. This isn't happening just in the US, it's happening everywhere. I'm sick of it. I mean, why give people terms that are offensive and appalling just because you don't like them? So it ain't cool. It's not cool at all to be making fun of people. It's not cool at all to give people a name, like a made up name, because there are people who have to take real bad offense to junk like that. I've been called retarded, ugly, emo, stupid. I mean, why? Why do we do this junk? I'll tell you why. I will tell you why. Because people that do that have no sense of respect and have no attention of their own to give to you. So they want to give negative attention. They want to be stupid. They want to be dumb. And just only because they are being what they call you. It's not cool. It's not fun. It just makes you look completely stupid making fun of somebody whenever you're just making fun. Whenever you're making fun of somebody, you're just as good as what you're calling them. It's not fun to be called emo, to be called retarded just because you have autism and you can't think straight sometimes. It ain't cool to be made fun of because of your voice. It ain't cool to be made fun of because of the music you listen to. I went to a school where all the kids listened to was rap, and there were those very few oddball kids that, like me, that listened to stuff like Black Veil Brides, Avenged Sevenfold, Pierce the Veil, Falling in Reverse, Sleeping with Sirens, and stuff like that. And then there were just the high society kids, as they were called, that wanted to make fun of you because either you didn't wear Jordans, you didn't listen to rap, you didn't have the right pair of shoes, you didn't have the right hair, you didn't have the right shirt, you didn't listen to stuff they did, you didn't do the stuff they did, you didn't do drugs, and you didn't drink, and you didn't party. There were so many things you would be made fun of at C.E. King High School because of stuff you didn't do that they did. And you know what? I kept it clean. And you know where that brought me? It brought me to realization. It brought me to the realization that place is just as dumb as they make it. And it's only what you make it. And I decided to take offense to everything. And you know what? I realized that place was really great because it taught me a lesson. You see, I ran into problems with other kids. There was one kid, Celso Ledesma, that wanted to lie about catfishing to be my girlfriend because he wasn't. He was jealous because he was single and couldn't get anybody to like him because of stuff he did. And then there was a few other kids that tried to get me to do drugs that I didn't want to do. And they almost forced me to until some cops came and got them off me. And then there were gangs, there were drinkers, there were smokers. And you know what? I still kept clean. Because it's not good to mess up your body. It's not good to mess up your mind. Look at me. I may sound stupid doing this, but I'm not. I'm actually making my point. Because life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That's a Forrest Gump quote. But you know what that means? It means don't expect, but only get. This is what I quote. This is what I make it. This is what I think of life. Life is unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. You never know if you're going to live. You never know if you're going to die. But make the most out of what you can do. Don't do drugs. Don't drink. Don't smoke. Don't get into stuff you're not supposed to get into. Don't say anything that you wouldn't say to your mom or grandma or your dad, your grandpa, because you make life what you make it. You see, I knew a guy when I was still going to public school. See, he was, I can't remember his name right now because he got framed. He was playing in the park with some kids. I was in the hospital with him because we were both in the hospital actually, and the psychiatric hospital. His name was something like Joseph, something like that, and he got framed. And it's just his grandma pretty much was one of those people that didn't really want him around and wanted, anything to happen to him as long as he wasn't there. So he was there because he got sent to juvie because some kid snuck a phone into his pocket, and his grandma didn't believe him for some reason because she was a prison guard and she didn't believe that crud. But that stuff happens, and we were good friends, and turns out he's in juvie now because of some stupid people. But here's what I want you to do, whoever's watching this, whoever's listening to this, whoever's seeing this. Make life what you want it to do. Don't do anything dumb. I'm not trying to be anyone's mom, dad, parent, or guardian. But I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to to live life legally for as long as you can. And if any of y'all have ever done anything that y'all ain't supposed to do, just type it into the comments, and I'll pray for you if you need it. But if you see, but there's another thing that happened to me before I close. I want to say that this is a very emotional thing to talk about right now. So I'm happy I didn't cry because of stuff that happened. Matter of fact, the girl I knew got so into stuff back when we were in middle school, and then she sent a text to a guy exposing herself, and then the guy exposed her all over the school. So don't be doing that either. I'm not saying any names, but I'm just saying. I just knew somebody who did that. I don't know if it's true, but I'm just going off what I heard. But I don't think she would do that. But there's probably just some guy who just hated her that made up that and probably snuck a picture through her window, So I'm just saying, be on guard, especially with ISIS right now. Be on guard in the mall. Protect your people. I mean, there's other stuff going on that we don't need to be getting involved in, that we're getting involved in. North Korea has declared war on us. I mean, and we probably ain't gonna do nothing, but because we got all these allies right now. But this ain't a real easy time for us as Americans because of the stupid stuff people are doing and the stupid stuff we're doing. So I want to congratulate all of you who are being real nice to yourselves, who are being obedient to your parents. I'm not really obedient, but I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate everybody who is being the good Samaritan out there and giving to all those people who don't need it, who need it, and not to the ones who don't need it. Thank you so much for watching this video, if you have seen it. My name's Tony Barrow. I hope that all the people who are watching this are getting something out of it.